Log entry. This week's pages hold a treaty between rivals, a soft landing on the moon, a wounded holy site in Amritsar, a videotape shown in Chicago, a shuttle bound for station, and 2 grave wartime reckonings. The Cold War ledger briefly softened. George H.W. Bush and Mikhail Gorbachev put signatures to a treaty ending chemical weapon production. The 2 leaders stood for states that had spent decades measuring each other in arsenals and suspicion. This agreement marked a decision to place one class of weapon under restraint. It mattered because chemical arms carried a particular horror, and curbing their production showed that even late in the Cold War, negotiation could still change the record. In 1966, an American machine sought a gentle arrival. Surveyor 1 descended to Oceanus Procellarum on the moon. The spacecraft came down on the lunar surface and became the first United States craft to soft land on another world. Its destination lay on the moon's broad plain called Oceanus Procellarum. The landing mattered because it proved that a controlled American arrival beyond Earth was possible. It gave the Surveyor program a historic first page and added confidence to later lunar plans. The page turned somber at Amritsar. Operation Blue Star began at Harmandir Sahib, the Golden Temple, the holiest shrine for Sikhs. The Indian government launched a military offensive at the shrine complex in Amritsar, and the operation continued beyond its opening hours. The place, the faith, and the force of the action made the moment deeply consequential. It mattered because violence at a sacred site carries wounds beyond the immediate battle. This entry remains one of the most painful and disputed in modern Indian history. In 1977, a domestic technology entered public view in Chicago. JVC introduced VHS at the Consumer Electronics Show. The format appeared before industry watchers, while Sony's rival Betamax already stood as the other major contender in home video. A format war had begun to take recognizable shape. This mattered because VHS would eventually prevail and become the predominant home video medium. A trade show demonstration became the start of a long presence in living rooms, rental shops, classrooms, and family archives. In 2002, another crewed journey left Earth. Space Shuttle Endeavour launched on STS-111, carrying Expedition 5 to the International Space Station. The mission brought the Expedition 5 crew to orbit to replace Expedition 4 aboard the station. Astronaut Franklin Chang-Diaz became the second person to reach 7 spaceflights. The flight mattered because the station depended on the steady exchange of crews and transport. It also marked a rare career milestone in human spaceflight, recorded alongside the ordinary discipline of orbital work. In 1942, the Pacific War shifted in a matter of days. The United States Navy defeated the Imperial Japanese Navy at the Battle of Midway. All 4 Japanese fleet carriers taking part were lost: Akagi, Kaga, Soryu, and Hiryu. The clash became a major turning point in the Pacific theater during World War II. It mattered because turning points are earned in material loss and changed initiative. Midway altered the balance at sea and narrowed Japan's offensive power at a crucial moment. In 1944, one page records a crime in the shadow of Operation Overlord. At Ardennes Abbey, members of the 12th SS Panzer Division Hitlerjugend killed 23 Canadian prisoners of war. The victims were prisoners, and the place was a Norman abbey drawn into the violence that followed the Battle of Normandy. The entry stands apart for its cold breach of the laws of war. It mattered because such massacres shape memory long after campaigns end. The liberation of Europe carried heroism and progress. But it also passed through scenes of deliberate atrocity that the archive cannot soften. The page closes here. Same page, same time next week. Which discovery here surprised you most? Name it.